This time of the year can be very special, so today I'm throwing some of my favorite lures and hopefully catching a ton of fall fish.
That's a fish, we're on. Oh, right with the boat. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was sick. There's one, we're on. Oh, that was sick. Oh, I'm on. Oh gosh, he came off. He's back, there he is, got him. That was so sick.
Well, I've made it out to the first spot of the day, out on my favorite body of water to fish, the river. And now is the perfect time because fall is upon us. We have a cool morning, some cool air, which means that these fish should start feeding up, getting very aggressive, and we have the opportunity to catch some big feeding fish, which is exactly what we're looking for today. And thankfully, today's video is sponsored by Deep Dive, and they're going to be a huge help in giving me a bunch of information to find those fish and catch those fish. So if you guys have never heard of Deep Dive, it is an app that you download onto your phone, and it is filled with a ton of information about fishing, and it is all at your fingertips. There's a ton of different features, including the best areas, water clarity, water inflows, stream flows, tournament patterns, wind effects, and of course, my favorite feature, the top baits tool, which allows me to know exactly what lures in my area are getting bites. And as you guys can tell, I have a ton of rod and reels on the deck, all loaded up with some of my fall favorites that we're going to be putting to use today. But also, I'm going to be using the water inflows map today, which shows me where all of the fresh water is that is pushing out onto the river. The river's also just one big water inflow point, and there's also these little creek mouths that'll push out water, and fish will sit there all year long. So those are spots we're going to be targeting and throwing the best baits at, and we have a ton of lures tied up, such as the frog, the swim bait, the jerk bait, the spinnerbait, the crankbait, the buzz bait, and these are just lures that you cannot go wrong with in the fall. So as you guys can tell, I have a ton of the best fall fishing lures tied up. We have a little game plan put together. We're going to be targeting some water inflows, some of the best areas out on the river, and hopefully we're going to run into at least one big fish. But I know all this information because of Deep Dive, so if you guys want to check them out for yourself, they will be linked down below in the description. And I'm about to pick up a rod and make some casts because I'm itching to catch a fish. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can't find us a bite this morning. Well, it's actually pretty cool out this morning. This has definitely been our coldest morning of the fall so far. So I decided, let's toss around the buzzbait. Let's see if they're active on Topwater. And if they're not, we're gonna pick up the jerkbait and see what we can do. Something actually just moved right there. I'm hoping they'll be fired up and hit a Topwater bait today, but you just never know. We have 71-degree water temperature. So that's not terrible. I feel like they definitely should be fired up and eating and chasing some bait fish. But there's only one way to find out. That's to make some casts. I mean, we might as well make a few casts with the Topwater lure. It's a must. All right, well, Topwater is not looking good, so let's go ahead, let's make a lure change here. Like I said earlier, I think all of these lures are going to work in the right scenario. I mean, obviously, Topwater today, morning time, a little on the cold side, not sure about that, maybe later in the day. We have just every lure that you could ever imagine to be successful in the fall. So let's just grab the old spinnerbait. It's my go-to. I have the most faith in it, and we'll see what happens. I think the goal today is basically to just get on a pattern and find them, because that's how the fall is. It can be extremely good, or it can be kind of tough. You know, you have to find the fish. Once you find the fish, you can follow them, you can pattern them, and you can get on them. But so far, I think this morning is probably going to be a little tough. It's like that first cold morning we've had. So they're probably gonna be a little messed up. So I think we'll search around with the spinnerbait, see what we can find. May even swap over to the other side in the sun, see what's going on over there. And we're gonna do a lot of trial and error today, but we are going to find some fish. There's one. Oh, I'm on. We're hooked up. We're hooked up, baby. Oh my gosh, I was just skipping him in. Wow, what a bite. He just kind of sucked it in and went with it. Obviously, it's not the fish we're looking for, but just a beautiful spotted bass. I mean, look at the pattern and the colors on this guy. He's actually pretty warm because the water is warmer than the air temp right now, but hopefully we're going to run into a few more of these guys, but bigger. See ya, buddy. Enjoy your fall. Go feed up and get big for me. The spinnerbait, baby, it never fails. It just draws them out and they crush this thing. Okay, well, that's a good sign. Now we know a lure that they're gonna destroy today. Just hopefully some bigger fish are going to destroy this thing, because that was a very tiny spot. Oh, I just watched that. That was so cool. Oh my gosh, he came off. That was hectic. Oh my gosh, my spinnerbait just got attacked. Wow, that was such an aggressive bite. The spinnerbait could be the MVP of the day. There's one. Oh, I came off. Dang it. It's got to be small fish. I mean, they hit it hard, but they're just, I can't hook them. They got to have tiny little mouths. They got to be little spotted bass, which it probably is, but at least we know we're getting bites. They're definitely active. We just have to find the right spots today for some bigger quality fish. There's one. There we go. That's a decent one. Come here, buddy. That's a decent one. Get up here. Well, they definitely are spotted bass. Look how he ate that thing. He engulfed it. Absolutely lit it up. Such a cool bite. It's nothing crazy, but it is another fish, and it's on the top bait, which now we know the spinnerbait is going to light them up today. Hopefully we're going to run into a few more, hopefully some big ones, but I just want to put fish in the boat today. Got to get you back. Thank you, buddy. About to go pick up that trash over there. If you guys are ever out on the water and you happen to just see some trash floating by while you're already there, you might as well pick it up. You know, not only are you getting trash out of the environment, you know, but maybe you'll get some good luck, some good karma, and it'll, you know, reward you with a big fish. Man, all the bites that I've gotten on the spinnerbait have been pretty aggressive. You know, the spinnerbait's just that perfect fall lure. It looks like a shad. It has those blades that are kicking. It puts off that vibration, that flash, and the fish just hit this thing with authority, especially out on the river. There's something about this lure. I've used it all year long and have so much success with it. There's something about it that just drives me wild. Oh gosh, I just had one. He came back for it. That was sick. That was so cool. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was such a cool bite. That was so cool. Well, that is why I absolutely love fall fishing. They're just so mean. They're so aggressive, and they eat everything. And this is actually a crazy catch. Look at this guy. He looks like a saltwater fish. Look at his eyes. They're huge. What is going on? That is the craziest thing. That's one of the craziest fish I've caught. Look at that guy. That's wild. Look at him from the front. He looks like an alien. Well, that was a very interesting catch. That fish had some crazy looking eyes, but obviously he could see the spinnerbait very well to come eat it twice, so that's a good thing. And we're on the board. We're stacking up some numbers, which is exactly what I wanted to do today. There's one. We're on. Smoked it. He smoked it. Come here, buddy. Stay on. Get up here. Hey, another spot. Yep. The spotted bass are out to play today, that's for sure. Boy, are they eating that spinnerbait good. He smoked it. Well, there we go. Another fish. A nice, beautiful little spotted bass. Absolutely lit up the spinnerbait. Super cool. Let's send him back. Thank you, buddy. Oh, he did a little flip. Well, today is going to be a lot of covering water and keeping the best lures in the best spots. I think that's going to be, oh, there's one. That's going to be the way we're successful. He smoked it. Get up here. Another little spotted bass. Okay, we found a little area where they're kind of hanging out, so that's good to know. They are just chewing the spinnerbait. lighting it up. That's back to back right there. That's crazy. Well, we have not found the size we're really looking for, but we are putting fish in the boat, and that is the main goal of the day, to catch any and everything, because when the weather changes, you just never know what it's going to do to the bite. So you got to appreciate what you got. See you, bud. I feel like the spotted bass is just the perfect species for fall fishing. I mean, they literally describe it. They're mean, they're aggressive, they constantly feed, and they will attack anything that looks like a shad. That's the key to fall fishing. Once you find them, you got to follow them. You got to stay with them, stay on them, and keep throwing the right bait out there for them to get fired up about. And right now, that is the spinnerbait for us. They are all over this thing this morning. Oh, right by the boat. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to do that. Come here, buddy. These spotted bass are crazy creatures. Oh my gosh. We just can't get away from the small ones, you know? It's not a big deal because we're catching fish, but like, eventually I want to catch a nice one. We're working our way there. Beautiful fish. See you, buddy. All right, well, we are adding up the numbers right now. We are getting bite after bite from spotted bass. We've definitely found a good area for them. But hopefully, this is going to lead us to finding some bigger ones. There's got to be some big fish lurking around chasing bait today. And we got to put this lure in the right spot if we want to catch it, which is actually super difficult because the river is huge and there's so many places that these fish could be sitting. But it's the name of the game, baby. It's called fishing. We're covering water and we're searching for them. Maybe we'll run into one, maybe not, but all I know is we're getting bites, and that makes me happy. So if we can keep that up, I'm all good with catching these little spotted bass, just because they're so mean, they're so aggressive. They may not look big, but they bite and they pull big. There's one. We're on. Hammered it. That's a decent one. Nope, actually it's not a decent one. Like I said, they bite hard. You think it's a big fish and then you reel them in, but man, the spotted bass are getting down and dirty today. They are everywhere. Spinnerbait, baby. It's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. Well, it seems as if I've found an area where there is just an abundance of spotted bass feeding up right now. Thank you, buddy. Well, we are definitely in a good spot right now. There's a little bit of a wind. We got some nice cover, some structure. Everything looks good. And there's some fish hanging around. Oh, that was sick. No, no, that was a good one. He wrapped me around the tree. No, no, that tree got in the way of my hook set. He got off. Dang it, I was on the other side of that tree and he went the other way and I pulled and then he just slid right off. Dang it, that was a good one. He smacked it. Definitely was bigger than what we have been catching. There's one. Oh my gosh, that was not bigger than the last one. That was a small one. Lots of action going on. I know one thing, in the fall when all these leaves get on the water, it makes it so difficult to throw your lure and make it look natural, because not only does your bait grab it, the line grabs it, it's just all over the place. Like, it looks cool, but it's annoying. All right, I think we're gonna go this bank over here because I think it looks really, really good. The sun's shining on it too. Because with that cooler morning, they might be on the sun side because the water temp might be a little bit warmer. Plus, it might be good for us to get in the sun. They might be able to see our lures a bit better, and they might be hugging close to some structures. So I'm not real sure, but I think it's definitely worth a try because it looks really good. Let's see what we can do with the spinnerbait over here. See if maybe this sunlight flashing off of it can help us draw in some bites. Or if we're lucky, there'll be some bigger fish over here. That's really what we're looking for. Oh, I just got hit. Something was smacking it. Already getting bites. I knew this bank looked good. I just had that gut feeling that was like, come over here. And here I am. So hopefully it's gonna pay off. I do know one thing. It's already getting hot. Come get in the sunlight, that fall weather is slowly fading. So in case you guys don't know, fall in the south is very, very weird. We don't really have a fall. That's a fish. We're on. We're on. There we go. There we go. Get up here. That is a largemouth, first largie of the day. He put the hammer down on the old spinnerbait. They have been chewing this thing up. Nothing crazy, but nice little green one. See you, bud. Right here by all the structure. right where he should have been. They are eating the spinnerbait extremely well today. They usually always do, but now that it's the fall, it's really gonna get hectic. They love a spinnerbait, a white one with silver blades. That's all you need to catch some fish in the fall. All right, well, I think it's time. I think we need to make a move here in hopes of finding a big fish somewhere else. Well, so far, we have achieved goal number 1, which is to catch fish. Like I said, we had a weather change. Never really know what that does to the fish, so it's always great to get out, put a few in the boat, and kind of get an idea of what they're doing. But we are running into a lot of little fish, which, you know, is not a bad thing. I want to catch as many fish as possible, take advantage of these bites, but we do want a big fish. That was one of my goals, you know. I'm looking for anything over 2 or 3 pounds. I feel like that would just be really good, especially because we have not caught anything with size today. But we're about to make a move, hopefully run into some good fish, but I'll see you guys at the next spot. All right, well, I've made it to the next spot. I have a really good feeling about this area. I think it's gonna be really, really good. Obviously, we gotta start off spinnerbait. I just think it's gonna be very difficult to get it out of my hands. And this is just gonna be the lure that draws in the most bites today. So it's been great. We've caught fish, but now we're focusing in on finding some big fish. So hopefully we're gonna get some good bites here. We're in a really good area, really good bait. And it's the time of the day where I think they're gonna be most active and most aggressive.
Oh, I'm on. Oh gosh, he came off. He's back, he's back. There he is, got him, got him. Come here, buddy, don't go in the trolling motor. Don't go in the trolling motor, get up here. That was so sick. Oh my gosh, that's why I love spotted bass. If something happens and they miss it, they just come back for it. Well, nothing crazy, but a really pretty fish. We may be lacking in size, but we're not lacking in beauty. I mean, look at this fish. Crazy. See you, bud. I mean, we're talking about that fish literally came off and chased it and ate it again. That's what I love about the fall. They're just so mean. If they see anything that's shad shaped, it's done for. They're gonna eat it alive. There's one. Ooh. You gonna come back for it? Gosh, he hit it as soon as I landed. So aggressive. Oh! Oh my gosh, that was a crazy bite. That fish knocked so much slack into my line. Oh, there's one. Oh, he started taking off with it. Man, these fish over here are playing with my fillings. They're playing with my fillings. Well, with as much fishing as I do, if I've learned anything, it's that fish love to irritate you, you know? There's just little stuff they do that just, it gets in your brain and it throws you off. It makes you a little frustrated. And that's me right now, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, look at the day we have. It's very hard to complain. It is beautiful out here. The weather is perfect. We've been catching fish, we've been getting bites. It's very hard to complain, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I want a bigger fish. Well, I was right about as it got warmer, the fish would be more active. The only problem is I was hoping that would involve some bigger fish, but it seems like the little fish are feeding up extremely well today. Maybe they just don't care about the weather and they do what they want to do, and they're taking the opportunity since the big ones aren't feeding. You know, why not the little guys feed? So I don't know what's up. I don't know how we're gonna catch a big one. We may not, but I'm gonna keep the spinnerbait in the water. I'm gonna keep hitting good spots, and we're just gonna see what happens. There's one. We're on. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. That's a decent fish. Potentially the new biggest of the day. Get up here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Just another beautiful spotted bass. Very aggressive too. I mean, as soon as the spinnerbait hit the water, blades started churning. boom, he smoked it. That was so cool. See you, buddy. Go tell your friends that I'm coming for them and that I have a spinnerbait for them. You know, I actually am very interested on where the big fish are. You know, the river is just extremely difficult to fish and consistently catch big fish, because not only do I think they're just smarter, but you know, there's so much that changes here, like the water levels, the wind, all kinds of stuff that goes into it. And then sometimes I even think that the spotted bass beat them to the lures. So I don't know if I need to target different stuff, throw bigger lures, you know, do different things. I want you guys to drop a comment down below. Where are the big fish? You know, how do I catch more big fish out here consistently? There's a fish, smacked it. That was so cool. That was so sick, because I am just the best at catching spotted bass. Like, I love them. I'll say it. I absolutely love spotted bass, but I would prefer to catch big spotted bass and big largemouth instead of these 12-inchers. But we've actually caught some decent spots today. Nothing crazy, but some decent ones. I mean, how do you complain? Look how beautiful they are. They're gorgeous. They hit it extremely hard. They're mean. That's my favorite type, you know, beautiful and mean. That's what I'm talking about. Nice little spotted bass. See you, buddy. Let's pick up this thing, the glide bait. Now, will we catch a big one on this? There's a chance, but will we catch a lot of spotted bass? Probably. They're just a different breed out here. But we now have a swim bait in the mix, which could go one to two ways. We either get a lot of bites or we get no bites. There's no in between. But in all seriousness, this is a really cool glide bait. I've been throwing it a lot. Gets lots of cool follows, cool bites. Anything can eat it because it's not massive. And hopefully a big one will eat it today. Oh, that was sick. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was crazy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the glide bait was gonna help us get away from these, but you know what? Bites like that, eat it all you want. This is so much fun. I love the fall. Thank you, bud. Oh, that was sick. Oh my gosh, he hammered it. Wow, this is crazy. I mean, we are just catching super small fish, but the bites are just unmatched. Another tiny spotted bass on the glide bait, but he ate the glide bait, so I really don't care as long as it's bass. Actually, I don't care if it's anything, if it eats the glide bait. The glide bait is such a fun lure. See you, bud. Man, I seriously have had so much fun today. Like, it's just perfect fall fishing day. Weather's nice, fish are active. We've caught them on two of my favorite lures, and they've just been so mean. We've caught some really pretty ones. I mean, it's just, you can't complain. You really can't. Like, yeah, we haven't caught a big one, but when you're consistently catching fish and you're having as much fun as you are getting bites, you can't complain.
Well, I've officially made it off of the river. It was honestly a solid day of fall fishing. Not only did things go smoothly and we didn't break anything, but we also caught fish. Now, we didn't catch that big one I was really looking for, but with a nice day and as many fish and as many bites as we got, it is really hard to complain. But it's nice to be out on the river, especially on days like this, to learn more about what the fish do, because fall is about to be in full effect down here, hopefully. And maybe we'll run into a big one eventually. But I want to give a huge shout out to Deep Dive for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are looking for some help in finding the fish and catching the fish, or just wanting to increase your fishing knowledge, I highly recommend it. It'll be linked down below in the description. But super fun day, lots of fish on the spinnerbait, the glide bait, two of my favorites. But I'm about to go ahead and get out of here. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, make sure to leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.